Aquarius, hey, how you guys doing? It's Lisa, and I'm going to be doing the general reading for September 2022. It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody else, with everybody. But, take what does, leave what doesn't. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it, and you'll come back to see me. And for those of you who have been here before, I appreciate the support. It means a lot. All right, guys. Let's get started. All right, Aquarius for September 2022. Let me tell us Aquarius for September 2022. The Empress. The Sun. Wow. The Eight of Swords. Oops. My thing's all messed up. And the Nine of Swords. The Lovers in the middle. I forgot to say that. The Page of Swords. Oh wow. The Page of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. And then I'll clarify with a different deck and pull a couple oracle cards. Alright, the first two I have the Empress and the Sun. The Empress is actually how you are feeling about yourself right now. Maybe you're trying to build something. Are you thinking about a project, a job? You love nature. You're trying to nurture something as far as growth of something. And the theme of the month is the sun. And this is awesome. This is like incredible happiness, really joyful. And, like anything else, of course, it doesn't last forever. But right now, in that moment, in this month, however, that's how you're feeling. Very nice start. But now, coming up here, we got the Eight of Swords. And this comes up as your goals. And I'm assuming that is not that you want to be trapped. I think you're feeling like you don't want to be trapped, or maybe you felt trapped for whatever reason, and now you don't. So you're trying to get out of. Your goal is getting out of being trapped, and I don't know where you'd be trapped in. Maybe you're possibly trapped in, in any life situation. It could be a job, it could be a business that you're in, a relationship. So whatever situation, your goal is not to be. And then we have this Lovers. Now this could be a couple things, because with the Lovers, it's either, it could be somebody in your life that's very, very special to you. Almost like a soulmate. Somebody that, you're very tight bond. But it also can be, it's a duality. It could be choices that you've made that have consequences, and you're at a crossroads about the choices that you made. So maybe you're thinking about the certain things that you kind of not sure if you should have done or not done, but maybe you wish if it would have been better if you didn't do. So let me clarify. Maybe we'll find out if it's either a person or or a choice that you made, or things that you're living with, of whatever the consequences of it, or however the situation went. And this is a huge accomplishment, which again is odd but I think it's because you have managed to not be stressed out about something. You're not feeling anxious about anything. Maybe you figure out how to overcome overcome those feelings. Maybe you meditate, exercise, got out in nature, enjoyed yourself. With the sun and Empress thing, I feel like you're out in the nature, really enjoying it. Maybe you spend a lot of time outside. And I think it's a big distressor. And people usually say, just learning how to relax. Maybe that's it too. Maybe you've learned how to relax. You've kind of avoided like feeling like this for any period of time or any long time. And then we got the Page of Swords. Now this could be new ideas, and you want to learn things like new knowledge, you want to get a hold of new knowledge. But it came up in the area of things to avoid. So to me that's almost like, are you not supposed to have any new ideas right now because it's not the best time for it? Maybe it's not something that, maybe right now, and I'm not saying this is, not forever, obviously, but maybe just like right now, in this time, in September, it's not a good time to come up with new ideas. Maybe not to start a new business or to, get a new platform on social media, like something like that. Like maybe it's not a good time to do that. Because the Page of Swords could also reflect learning new ways to communicate. So maybe if you do have that kind of stuff in your mind to do, maybe it's just not a good idea to start it just yet. Maybe there's better timing coming. But then you had this major, what to embrace. Now this is a new financial opportunity. This is like manifesting some kind of abundance. So this could be the new job or the new business. So why would we avoid that? Here, in the card next over, could be talking about getting a new job or some kind of new financial opportunity. Or it's like, yeah, avoid this here because you're going to have something here. So maybe it's two different things completely. And the funny thing is, this is also considered to be, these pages could be actually people in your life, younger than you. It doesn't even actually have to be younger people. It could just be people more immature than you, but it doesn't have to be. I always think of them as like students. For some reason, just the way the page is kind of like standing there and he's looking at something, they feel like little students to me. So I don't know if that would have anything to do with it, like if one of them is actually representing, children or younger people or very older people that are just immature. It could be people, but I feel like this is more of a thing of, don't do this new idea because this idea is going to come through for you. Hope that makes sense. And now we have where to find your support from. So this to me, all right, this is representing work. So wherever it is, it might be the people at work, it might be the job itself. And this comes across like this job can tend to be reflected like it's meticulous and you're trying to make sure you don't miss anything. You have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed and you're not missing anything. You're putting a lot of effort into it. So if this is either the people at the job, they offer you support within the job or in life in general, maybe you become friends after so much time. Or it's just the job itself. I mean, maybe for some people, you have family, you have everything like that, but where you actually feel very comforted in the job because you have it and you're able to do it and you're probably pretty good at it. So maybe that's where your support actually comes from in yourself, knowing that you can do what you're doing and feeling good about it. Oops. Now the Queen of Swords, this is like advice and encouragement. So it's very possible there's somebody in your environment who is, they're honest, they're protective, very independent. They have clear-cut boundaries. I mean, so, and this is actually our card. Queen of Swords is like, very clear-cut boundaries, common sense, that kind of things. Like, they're not overly emotional, that you can see. Not that they're not, but you won't see it. They're very specific. Like, I know personally, I'm very specific on who I'm showing my emotions to. But so this is probably somebody that you're around, and you go to them for, like, you need advice about something. You need to them give you some encouragement to how to do something, which could be going right back to whatever these two ideas, these really weird ideas that are like, don't do this one, but do this one. So that is weird. It keeps coming up like that. It's like, there's going to be a better time and place. So when you're thinking about this, hit pause for a minute, because there's going to be something else that's going to be so much better. I think it's interesting that it came up with the Swords and the Pentacles for the do and the do not thing. But we'll find out. All right, what do we got here? We got this Empress. What do we got for the Empress? All right, got the Seven of Coins and Justice. Seven of Coins, this is like, all right, you're willing to do the hard work, and you'll do it, and as it goes on, it's going to develop into more. So whatever this is to you, you're willing to have, to put the hard work in. Now you have Justice, and this, for good or for bad, justice is fair. And so I don't know what goes on, what this represents to you, but if it's fair, it's going to come out for you. If it's, if it was you that did the wrong, it's going to come out. You know what I mean? It's going to come out that way. So justice is very, very karma associated kind of thing. If you did wrong, you're going to pay for it one way or the other. And if you did right, it's good for you. All right, let's see. What's the Sun? Okay. Got the Eight of Coins and the Page of Cups. All right, got 7 and 8. Cool. So again, with the hard work, could be meticulous, it could be boring, it doesn't have to be. It's just something that you are going to work hard at, because you just feel like you want to do it. Some people might not like the kind of job that you do, but you do. Like, it's something that you really enjoy. Because like with this Page of Cups, it's almost like, I think it makes you feel very creative. Maybe you have to come up with different ideas to do things differently. And maybe there's a lot of surprises involved too. Like that little fish popping out, it always reminds me of a surprise. So when you're doing this work, and you got the Sun there, and so it's making you happy to be there and doing it. And maybe there's some surprises involved. And again, with little people, young people. That's interesting. All right, so what about the Eight of Swords? Oops, it's the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords for Aquarius. All right, the Five of Coins and the Six of Staffs. So I'm feeling like while you were feeling stuck, trapped in a situation, you felt like you lost something, or you felt like you were left out, you didn't fit in. But somewhere along the line, you had a victory. You were able to be acknowledged, and you had recognition for whatever it was that you were doing. Once you came out of whatever this whatever this feeling was of you being trapped, whatever the situation was, once you were able to get out of it, and that feeling of I don't belong, or I'm stuck, I lost something, the acknowledgement was there, and you've had you won, basically. So whatever you were acknowledged for, kudos. All right, let's see, the Lovers. I know I keep talking like it's already happened. It didn't, but where am I enough? Time's fluid. The Lovers, what we got? The Lovers. Yeah, is this a person or is this a choice? The Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Well, that's funny. All right, I'm going to go with person. Okay. All right. So possibly, now these people could represent, like I said, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Very ambitious, action-oriented people. They're fast-thinking. They're driven for success. You have the Queen's characteristics, again, honest, protective, independent. So maybe this is just somebody in your life, somebody you're in a relationship with. They're Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Doesn't have to be, though. Man or woman. I don't have genders put to it. This just came up that way. A cute little couple. And let's see. What about this Nine of Swords? Oh, wait. So why are we overcoming that? That's what I needed to ask. So this was your goal. And if you're trying to overcome this relationship, if you're in a good relationship, this is definitely not for you. But even if you're not in, I don't know if it's actually overcoming the relationship. It might just be overcoming, I don't know how to say this, the balance of the relationship. Because she's obviously comes up like in the court cards, she's more mature than the Knight. And I wonder if this is a part of it, like the maturity of one of the couple is more than the other, and maybe there's something that you have to overcome about that. Let me see if I can get another card. What do you need to overcome about this couple? The Fool. All right, I feel like there's a new path going to be taken, and maybe you have to get on the same kind of, the same boat, or to be on the same page. To be on the same page about this. Maybe you're not both on the same page of it, and that's what has to be overcome. So, the relationship's there, the love's there, but maybe if you're planning on taking a new path in life, you want to make sure you're going to go together on the same page of it. So maybe there's something, it doesn't even have to be that anything's off. Maybe that what you're trying to overcome is just to make sure that it's together. Because if you have one direction to go in and they have another, you might be a little bit nervous about that. Just because, maybe it's jobs, maybe it's, you're going to be traveling for work, or they're going to be traveling for work, or just something's going to be put to a test, I think. Because whatever this new path is that you and or them are taking, I think you want to make sure that you're going to be able to handle it together. And I think you do, because if the stress isn't there, and you got this Nine of Cups, and this Four of Swords. So, alright, so, okay, I think you will handle this, because, again, there's no stress anymore, so maybe you were thinking about it for a while, and, but you end up with this happily ever after, so you're very happy about it, and just a matter of maybe just taking a break, because people need breaks, so you're resting there for a little bit, Just thinking your thoughts. All right, now what about this Page of Swords? The Ten of Staffs. And the Eight of Cups. Whatever this idea was, this thought, this breakthrough, whatever it is that you were thinking about doing, and just for you not to do it, to avoid it, and I think it's because whatever it was going to be real burdensome. It was going to be really a lot of responsibility on you, and maybe it was unnecessary for all that. Because even though you put like a lot of thought into it, maybe emotions, feelings, whatever, you're going to walk away from it because it doesn't suit you. And then, with this Page of Pentacles, which is kind of like telling you to embrace it. So whatever this Page of Pentacles represents. Hold on a second. The Lovers again. Okay. And the Ace of Coins. Well, that's interesting. All right. So you have the Ace of Coins popping up, the new financial opportunity, manifestation of abundance, and this Lovers card, excuse me. That could be something that you're doing with your partner that we saw here, and it's very possible. Or is this something about the choice that you make to walk away from here to come here? I'm going to pull another card for this. And I think whatever that choice is, it's going to give you the balance that you're looking for. And possibly because you guys got on the same path. Or even the choice of it, if it turns out to is reflecting choice. Because actually, I feel like it could be either way. I guess it depends on who it is, who's hearing this. It could be either way, where you have choice or the relationship, but there's a balance to it. So whatever went on, and you chose not to do this one, it gives you the balance that you wanted in your relationship or in, life in general. So what about this Eight of Pentacles? Three of Coins and the King of Staffs. All right, well, I feel like you're like going into something like a natural born leader. Like you want cooperation and you're trying to making sure that how you're doing things, you have teamwork. And then make sure everybody's, see again, it keeps coming up same page. So make sure everybody's on the same page here. And I feel like you're actually going at it with this energy of, this charismatic, energetic person. So maybe something that you're very excited about, and you're actually getting this like fiery energy into it. And you're making people want to cooperate with you. Like, you're putting your passions onto them. That's kind of cool. All right, what about this Queen of Swords? What do you think about this Queen of Swords for Aquarius? Four of Staffs and the Hierophant. All right, so now you have like this Four of Staffs. To me, it's always like, it's a celebration. And actually, I always think of it as a foundation. Something with the four. It's like, makes me think of foundation. You might be thinking about, you're celebrating. And could also be, are you doing something at your house? I feel like you might be doing something with the house. And then with the Hierophant, I feel like you're taking on things like more traditionally, more, hold on, I'll get my words in a second. MS brain. Like following the rules and very traditional, following the rules. Not trying to shake up anything. Just like going about things as, as would be expected. And you're happy about it. That works for you. All right, let me get, oops. A personal issue reaches resolution. All right. Aw, and love. This is all very nice. Okay, doesn't need too much explanation. This is the full moon in Cancer. Personal issue reaches resolution. That would be awesome. I think it would be awesome. Hopefully you guys will think it's awesome. And then love. I said there was love here. Definitely love and just being on the same page. All right, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I enjoyed doing it. And I will be back in a couple weeks and we'll do a mid-month. And until then, take care of yourself. I'll talk to you. Bye.